Don't forget to subscribe. Alpha. It's okay. This is a strong Man U fan. Versus Zurich. A win for both, automatic qualify. A draw, also qualify. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Benue. Please don't forget to subscribe. The teams with the biggest fan zone in the world, Chelsea versus Manchester United. They're about to start their match. And it has been a lot of talking between the fans, Manchester fans and Chelsea fans. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
There are two chances, just as you said. Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball and he could have scored. At least he could have given, even if he didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I mentioned, I just go to my this. I go to say Chelsea has so many substitutes. Bench win matches. We're not talking about your starting 11. Now we have 2 starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's all about 2. Let my 2 and 3 they come back. Anybody can. Anybody will collect from Chelsea. Anybody will collect. This season may be awful, but I'm telling you.
Next season. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Ekbenwe. Don't forget to subscribe. Alpha. It's okay. This is a strong Man U fan. Welcome to our live show. This is Premier Sport Fan Center, and it is the Premier League, the match between Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. I hope this time is going to be what we are expecting. We know Arsenal of high-scoring side. In the last match, they struggled to win. This time around, we hope they're going to get it as we expect. Today's match is in Shell Host Stadium, a 25,000 capacity, and the match, we expect to see a lot of spectacular football today. The referee for today's match is David Cote. We hope he gets it right this time. 5 times he blew for the match Arsenal played, and 5 times Arsenal lost. We hope today's refereeing will be different. And the coach for Arsenal is Arteta. The coach for the Crystal Palace side is Roy Oxner. I am the host today. I am Ekbenwe, and I'm not alone in the stadium, in the studio to discuss this. I'm with an Arsenal fan and also with our regular host. That is Shege from my far left. Yemi from my far left, sorry.
Thanks for having me. A good day to talk about football.
And Tunji, an Arsenal fan. How do you do today?
I'm fine.
All right, the match have just started, and what is your expectation coming to this match?
My expectation coming to this match, from my side, we are winning 3-0.
From your side, you are winning 3-0. You don't think there's going to be contention in this match today? You just feel Arsenal is going to take the day?
I know we are going to take the day, normal.
because it will be very difficult for us. For Crystal Palace too, they are trying, but they cannot defeat me.
All right. Yamite, what are your expectations today?
Yeah, you know, it's a London derby. So anytime you see a matchup, a derby like this, meaning the two clubs are playing in the same vicinity or maybe the same city. So it's a London derby, and it promises to be a cracker. It promises to be an end-to-end stuff. So, and we also have on our screens Bologna AC Milan. So it's going to be a match-watching tie to talk about, and we are going to try to enjoy every bit of the meal football serves us today.
All right. Coming to this match, who do you think is going to take the day from statistics and from previous head-to-head? Who do you think stand a better advantage to win to this match between Arsenal and Crystal Palace?
You know, statistics don't win games.
Yeah.
Games are won on the field of play. And on our screens, AC Milan is now 2-0 up against Bologna. So, statistics don't win games, you win on the field of play. But statistically, based on antecedents, many people will tilt towards Arsenal. But sometimes, these teams can be spoilers. We've seen this Crystal Palace defeated Man City over the years and have some good results against Arsenal. So we're expecting a very, very cleanly contested match. But it is Arsenal's game to lose, actually, because they expect Arsenal to be winning games like this.
All right, Tunji, coming to you, your team is playing away from home. Don't you think it's going to affect them today?
It's not going to affect us. I know it's going to be very difficult for us, but we are still going to win.
All right, it's going to be difficult for you, but we are going to win. So, let us quickly look at the starting lineup of this match today. For the side of Arsenal, it is the conventional pattern. You have Martinelli from the left side, Nketiah, Saka, that is from the right. Then Havertz, Rice, Odegaard, Tomiyasu, Saliba, White, and Partey. That is the last line. Is that a good selection?
Very good selection for me. This is what I'm expecting last match. He's using Partey at the right back last match. I was not happy about that formation. But now, you can see Saliba is back. Saliba and White playing 5 and 6. And having... Who is playing 3 now?
You're having Tomiyasu, Saliba, White, and Partey. Partey is at the back line. Now, then you have, at the midfield, you have Havertz, Rice, and Odegaard.
The midfield.
Yeah.
The midfield is okay.
Okay. Then the front line, you have Martinelli, Nketiah, and Saka.
They are going to deliver for us tonight.
All right. Yemi, how do you see the selection of Arsenal today?
Yeah, it's a conventional 4-3-3 Arsenal will play. And looking at it, with Ramsdale in goal, we saw Timbers that was playing the left back. It was announced that he will be out for months due to injuries. And Saliba and White has played the centre back for the last match against Nottingham Forest. Okay. Then Partey on the right. This is practically the way it's set up for the last game. And you don't, most likely you don't want to change a winning team. You just want to keep it together until you see a good reason to change.
All right, until you see a good reason to change. Let us quickly look at the Crystal Palace side. For the Crystal Palace lineup, they are playing 4-2-3-1 formation. And you have Edward as the last man in front. You have Ayew, Eze, and scrub forward. Then Doucouré, Lama, midfielders. Then Michel, Guehi, Adamson, and Ward. Is there any familiar folks there in the Crystal Palace?
Yeah, the Crystal Palace setup really has been the main guy that is just not available is Wilfred Zaha, who left on a free to Galatasaray. But the other guys are usual suspects. There's Eze, Berichi Eze, that rose from that came in from Queen's Park Rangers. I think 2 seasons ago or thereabout. And since he got into the Crystal Palace setup, he has been a mainstay in the first team. And he has brought about some beautiful performances, especially one that won him an English call-up last season. So Eberechi Eze is one to look out for also. And when we look at Dakore too will be a good addition for them in the pivot holding midfield. And looking at the formation, Edra too has been a goal puncher. He has had some good numbers of goals added to him. And we just hope Shop that came up to fill the gap that Zaha left will actually be able to live up to expectation, because that's a big shoe to fill. Yeah. We know how Zaha was very important for Crystal Palace. And let's also hope that tonight light will shine on Crystal Palace, and they can actually hold their own against Arsenal. Yeah, they can actually hold their own against. You know, life without Zaha has been flourishing for Crystal Palace. No, given the fact that they won back-to-back, though they won their first Premier League, but the match before the Premier League, they also won. And it doesn't show that a life without Zaha is a good one for Crystal Palace. We can't say that yet. They just played one competitive game, which is against a team that is just coming from the Championship, Sheffield United. So you can't really test your strength against a weak opponent. So when we look at it realistically, then we'll see if truly they've gotten over it. Maybe let's say the first 5 matches of the league. The first 5 to 10 matches of the league will be a big determinant. Okay, and it's Arsenal who is attacking through the right side. Well, Zaha with the ball, Saka with the ball. What did he do? A pass, and in the 18 box, the cross. Oh, that was blocked for a corner kick. Talking about Zaka, he has been outstanding in the Arsenal squad. We saw him last match against Nottingham Forest. Scored a goal. Are you expecting a goal for him today? I'm expecting a goal for him, and he's going to deliver for us. And he's going to deliver for Arsenal. Apart from Zaka, Nketiah is also there. We saw him play to some certain extent, and he was substituted in the last match. Do you think he's going to correct himself in the little mistakes he made last time? Yes. We know Arteta is a disciplined coach, because the pattern he gained from his coach. And the corner kick has been taken over. The goalkeeper was there. Right now, I can see he's going to change tonight. All right. And the match between Bologna and AC Milan, it is 2-0 in the 29th minute, and those goals were scored by Giroud, scored the first one, and Pulisic scored the second one in the 24th minute. Pulisic is already showing his color in AC Milan. Yeah, he has been for the past 2 seasons, and he has been a good addition. You know, Syria, you can't compare the pace in Syria with the Premier League. Yeah. He's aging graciously, but you know, it was a good one for him to quickly move down to AC Milan, where he can actually get some playing time and actually become a very prolific and recognized striker there towards the end of his career. And it's a good one, actually. You know, Giroud. Oh, a chance for Crystal Palace. But the goalkeeper was there to do justice to it. And now Arsenal are countering the Crystal Palace side for the defense. That should be a free kick against Arsenal. It should be a free kick against Arsenal. And that's a free kick. Yeah, that's a free kick. He committed an infringement against Yahoo. Oh, that was a good save. That was a good save. And you can see it is Andre Ayew trying to cross that ball, but the goalkeeper Ramsey was there in the right position. But those kind of ball are always dangerous. Those kind of rebounds, when you bounce it back to where a lot of opponents are gathered, it is always dangerous. What do you normally tell your goalkeeper how to punch ball? Is it to outside corner kick, or where? What is the best position to point off your ball? And another attack going from Crystal Palace. Oh, this time again, Ramsey was there just at the right position. Yeah, you know, an attempt, saving a goal attempt, depends mainly... A shot! Depends mainly on the angle the ball is coming from. That kind of cross, the best thing Ramsey could do there was to parry it. And if you look at that direction, it is not going to be that easy to parry it to safety. You just parry it out of your box. So you just hope that you are really lucky enough for the ball not to land in the hand of the legs of the opponent. But at the same time, if that ball is very close, you hold it to the body because of that angle, that direction.
Yeah.
If
But the way
it
the ball
was a side attempt, you save it to throwing corner kick and all.
Yeah.
But it's better, throwing better than corner kick. So it depends on the corner or the angle the attempt is coming from.
All right, depend on the angle the ball is coming from and the direction it came from was. But looking at this very particular match now, who will say have taken? Who will you say have actually been impressive in this match? Who has been impressive in this first minutes? This 18 minutes, 17 minutes.
For me, I would still say it's too early to say, okay, one team has impressed. Let's just see like 35, 40 minutes of the game. And let's see, because, you know, games mature mostly from the 15, 20 minutes towards the end of the first half. You know, teams will have settled in and they begin to play their kind of football. So it's one thing to start the game well. It's another thing to be able to stabilize and control and hold the game to your own advantage. And it takes time to really see a team that settles down. And let's just give them maybe 15 minutes more and see. Because it seems Crystal Palace have started well. But let's see if Arsenal will go into the game. And we'll see in time.
All right, we will see in time if Crystal Palace will continue their pressure on Arsenal. Let's quickly look at the statistics for the first 19 minutes. It has been 65% for Arsenal, 34% ball possession for Crystal Palace, and shot on goal has been 1 for Crystal Palace, none for Arsenal. Goal attempts, 3 goal attempts for Arsenal and 2 for Crystal Palace. I think that is the situation so far, and it shows that Arsenal is actually dominating when it comes to time in possession. And it's a corner kick to Crystal Palace, and we to Arsenal. Sorry, quickly taken and headed, but the ball is still another corner kick again. So we have seen corner kick from Arsenal. Why is it that Arsenal are not making use of their corner kick to convert to goals?
You know what? You see, football is a game of chance. You can see against Nottingham Forest, we dominated first half. Okay. So the match is too early now. We are still dominating them, but the chances we see, we have to make use of them.
All right.
To get loose.
All right. Now talking about the coach, Roy Hodgson, is one of the oldest coach in football right now, standing 76 years old. In fact, he started coaching when some of us were not born, 76. He started 1976, started coaching 1976, and up to now he's still coaching. And what do you have to say with that age? Are we seeing it in the field of play?
Yeah, if we are not seeing it in the field of play, it would have been sacked. Because realistically, when you look at it, we're in an era of football whereby clubs are not really patient with coaches. And one thing that's really worked for him that I think is he has evolved with time. When football direction begins to change, if you are rigid, you begin to go out of, you begin to go extinct in the ideologies of football. But at that age, and you are still evolving with the way football is evolving, and still a mainstay coach coaching in a prestigious league like a Premier League. And so it's just a testament to his capacity and ability to be flexible as a human being, to be able to grow as the direction of football is growing. And it's a good one, actually. It's one to follow suit.
It's a good one, actually, and it's one to follow suit. So talking about Arteta, we have seen matches they played before the Premier League started, and now we have seen them playing. What has he done different from what he has been doing before?
One thing I noticed about Arteta is the inverted right back. Inverted right back, Thomas Partey. That when they are going on attack, Partey joins the midfield. and when they are defending, he plays as a right back. So it worked out not so excellently well against Nottingham Forest. But the God of soccer gave them the day and they won. But let's still see if it will work out now, because I think with that kind of formation, it will bring more load on Saka, because Saka will be the only one mounting the wings, because the right back should have been supporting him, giving him time and space to move into the middle. So without that, Saka will have to play mostly on the right-hand side. And it will be a lot of runnings for him. But playing in a flat midfield role, I think it's going to be a complex kind of game, but I think it's a good one from Arteta. You see, this coaching, there's one thing about it. When you do it and it works out, you're a genius. when it doesn't work out, people start criticizing you. But you have to just try what you think is right. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. That's why I'm against some people that do call Pep Guardiola that he overthinks. When he's working, he doesn't overthink. But when he's not working, he starts saying he overthinks. Now look at the game against Newcastle. That's like a new invention of a formation. And look at how it worked out. But if it didn't work out, people will start saying he overthinks. Well, coaches are human beings. Sometimes you have to do trial and error, since it's strategic. So sometimes it's not clear in your mind, but you need to pull up something from the usual. So let's just see how it plays out for Arsenal.
Let's see how it plays out for Arsenal. Talking about Guardiola, we saw him came up with another invention for players to play without substitution for the first time in a very long time.
No, it was actually the depth in the squad. Not really about invention. It's about depth of squad, because when you know that the ones on the bench might not really do the strategic planning you have in mind for that game, then you keep your foot in there, and they can do all the playing and all.
All right, we have a message here from Aunt Achanya Blessing. He say, Arsenal all the way. My brother, you know, it's like something where just happened. You know what happened? I see Arsenal fans, they were talking. They say, like this are the G so. Now, I'm about to do. They say, Chelsea, Man U, they don't lose. Say, una be baba. Say this one will win. I'm not true.
Yes, we are winning tonight.
You are winning tonight.
Yes, we are winning.
So you will not join Arsenal. You will not join Man U and Arsenal.
Man U and Chelsea.
I mean, Man U and Chelsea. Yeah.
I cannot join them. We are winning tonight.
You are winning tonight. What makes you think you are winning tonight? What makes you think you are winning tonight?
Because of the formation I see here. Because we are still playing them. When you check the formation, when you check the ball possession now, it may be 75-25 now or 70-30. We are still playing them now, so we are dominating the match.
We are dominating the match. So from now, what we have not seen so far, what will you say your Arteta have done well in this squad that is playing right now?
Arteta has done well with this formation right now. I can see what we are lacking here is because of Joey Timber got injured. It's now maybe 7 months or how many months?
Yeah,
it's like 7 months.
6 to 7.
6 to 7 months.
Okay.
That will be so very difficult for us, because we can't rely on Partey playing that wing for so long. Any error from midfield now. If Rice got an injury now, so Partey will actually move back to his position. So who is going to fill that?
And that's a good chance for AC Milan, but
who is going to fill that space?
The goalkeeper was there.
And the right back now.
Yeah. So when Partey get injured?
When Rice got injured, and Partey moved to midfield. Yeah. So who is going to go back to that right back? So
is that the reason why it's being managed like that?
Yes, we are still managing him at that position now.
All right. So talking about Declan Rice, one of the high signings players in this season. So what have you observed in his play so far with Arsenal?
Declan Rice is playing well. You can see he's playing well. So what I've realized about Declan Rice is that if Declan Rice can see any chance, he hits his ball, playing short, and all his Declan Rice doesn't play off targets. Oh,
look at that player. Oh, is that the penalty or a dive? That is not the penalty, and it is Crystal Palace who have taken from the midfield. And but that's a quick recovery. But the ball is just being, they are breaking their possession so fast, and they are not able to move so fast. And that is the first yellow card of the match, and it's against Crystal Palace. So from what like I just asked him now, Yamite, what have you observed the introduction of Rice into the squad of Arsenal?
Yeah, stability that was there before. It is more or less like a like for Partey. But the presence of Rice now give Arteta more option of playing Partey to the right back. If Rice was not available, was not an Arsenal player, Partey won't be able to play that kind of formation that Arteta has set up. Yeah. So it is just a depth of squad that is really good. It's good for them.
So what we saw now, did you see any infringement in this situation right now?
It's too soft. Anywhere in the world is not a penalty.
Okay, it's not a penalty. So the referee is right then?
Yeah.
All right, the referee is right. That is good. So the match still goes on, and this is the 27th minute into the first half, and you can see Ayew is set for the match. And talking about Ayew, what do you like about him?
He has not really painted himself in glory. He has the pace, he has the power. He just needs to stay calm in front of goal and get more numbers for himself. He needs to begin to score more goals. He has every indication to become a bigger player in the Premier League.
That was a good chance for Arsenal, but it is Partey who tried to score that goal, but it went over the bar. So you can continue.
So, for me, I just think he needs to grow up. He needs to fully mature in his game. He really needs to fully mature in his game. And that was a wayward header from Partey. So he needs to grow up. He has all the tendencies. He has the physique. He has the speed. He has the height. And he has even the power. The power plays. He can be a good older player. So I think he needs to just grow and mature into a bigger player.
All right, he needs to grow and mature into a bigger player. So, talking about, a chance for Arsenal, 1 hour with the goalkeeper without the first goal. And that, what a miss. That was a brilliant move, but the woodwork did not allow that. And it is Nketiah who tried scoring from the right wing. He ran through 2 defenders, but he was not able to get that goal. Look at that move with his left foot, but the woodwork. So how do you see that move so far?
You can see Nketiah, Gabriel Martinelli, they are so very fast. Okay. So for you leaving Nketiah, assuming the 5 and 6 is not there, you can see he's going to make use of his chances there and converted it to goal.
All right, Yamite, what do you say about that move? Is it a good move for Arsenal?
Yeah, Nketiah, it was a well-timed run. And him being tricky, how fast he could turn there is a testament of his growth as a player. And he has really grown. That attempt was a good one. And but for me, he could have done better. Maybe lift that ball with his left foot and bend it to the corner. Because the goalkeeper covered well. That was why the only spot he could pick was the bar. And the bar really had to come to Crystal Palace rescue. But this kind of chances, you need to be scoring them because it can come back to hurt you.
Yes, it can come back to hurt you. And the goalkeeper for the Crystal Palace side is Sam Johnstone. Sam Johnstone, in fact, he has kept clean sheet against Sheffield United and against Lyon. That was the match, match before the Premier League. So, how do you rate the goalkeeper so far, with what you have seen so far?
Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah, the 2 goalkeepers has been up to task when they've been called to action. And it's a good one. For me, I think it's a good one. They've really done well. So far, so good. Talking about
Aaron Ramsdale, the goalkeeper of Arsenal, you know, he's been long he kept clean sheet. The last time he kept clean sheet was in July. In the last 5 matches, he has not kept any clean sheet. He has been scored. Nottingham Forest scored him 1. Manchester also scored 1. Then Monaco scored. Then Barcelona scored 3 against Ramsdale. So has he been a good goalkeeper so far? But despite the fact they won all those matches, but he conceded goals.
Yeah, you notice that there was a time Arsenal decided to bring in another goalkeeper, which was Raya from Brighton. Yeah, not from Brighton, Brentford. That is a testament that they want competition from Ramsdale, so that there is another goalkeeper on ground to put you on your toes.
Put more effort.
You begin to know that when you perform below par, your starting jersey is on the line. So that will encourage you to do more and put more effort. And with that, it's a good one for me. And so far, Ramsdale has not really been fantastic towards the end of the last season and to the early parts of this season. And that's why I think Arsenal went all out in the transfer market.
All right, talking about Olsone Edouard, that is the last man of Crystal Palace. That is the man in forward. You know, he scored against Sheffield United. He scored against Lyon. And are we expecting to see him score against Arsenal today? Yeah, might.
I think he's a goal puncher. The expectation from a goal puncher is to score in every game. How realistic is that is still left to be seen. But the expectation of an average Crystal Palace fan is for them, for their goal puncher to score a goal and they can actually try to defend. So for me, he has had a chance that was blocked by the Arsenal defender, but maybe he can still get more. Only time will tell.
All right. Now, looking at this match so far, Tunji, what will you say about this match? What will you say about this match? How do you rate the match? What are your observations?
The observation I'm seeing, the match is still balanced. We are still playing, but we need to try to put in more effort. Gareth Southgate even came to watch this match. And I know he came because of Declan Rice, watching his performance. Like maybe he could deliver for us tonight.
Right. You know he came, or you think he came?
He came.
Yes.
You saw, yeah.
Declan Rice is not the only English player on the field. So he might have come to see a Berechi Eze too. So he just came. You can't say he came only because of Declan Rice. That's for me, I think that's a biased way of saying it, because Declan Rice is an Arsenal player. But which way he came to enjoy the view. And I hope the two teams brings a good performance for everybody to serve.
All right. One of the Arsenal fans was injured. I think he has been attended to. Arsenal player. Sorry, one of the Arsenal players was injured. I think he has been attended to, and it was like he was having issue with his eyes. But what a defensive error! And Ayew took advantage of that. And that should be a penalty against Arsenal. No. What is the referee saying? Is that not a penalty?
That's not a penalty.
Okay, why did he say it's not a penalty?
Because the player successfully removed the ball. So successfully removed the ball. It was Ayew that didn't shield his ball very well. So you see that he stood up almost immediately. So that he doesn't get booked for for diving.
All right, David Koche, 5 times he blew in the match Arsenal played. 5 times Arsenal lost. You know, do you think Arsenal is going to lose this match? Or do you think it was fair enough in not awarding penalty to Crystal Palace?
No. Tonight we are going to break that record tonight. We are going to win because that ref is very wicked. It's very wicked.
A chance for Arsenal with that first goal. A brilliant one there. Oh. In Ketia again. This is the second miss. We hope he gets it right. And that was a brilliant pass from, who is that player there? Havertz. A good pass, a brilliant pass, but it was not properly utilized. But one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he just fling the ball over the goal post. No, he should be scoring that. He should be scoring that. Look at that. Look at that. I think this is the second time one-on-one with the goalkeeper that he did not score. He missed the ball, and that is the moment of...
You see the blocking?
Yeah.
These are the tackles that made us now lose the Premier League last season when he was not available, Saliba. There's this kind of shield he brings into the Arsenal setup. And you can't just underestimate. Look at his presence, the way his impression on the defense, the way he tackles the ball in a very aggressive and careful way at the same time. So it doesn't give away unnecessary foul. For me, it's the best thing Arsenal have at the back right now.
The best thing Arsenal have at the back right now. Okay, you can join us in our live chat to be part of this show. You can send in your messages and you can also call in to be part of the show. Our number remains 090304 99917. You can be, if you're an Arsenal fan, any fan you are, you can just call to be part of this show. So the match so far, what have you observed in this very particular match? What have you observed? What they are playing both sides? Yeah, mate.
Okay, it's been a game that Crystal Palace has set up to soak the pressure of Arsenal and hit Arsenal on the counter. The ball possession, you realize, is like one of those deliberate things these kinds of teams do. They surrender their possession to the opponent, and they look for opportunities to exploit them on a counter. And that you've seen the run of Andrea Ayew. We saw that cross, and that's what has been the episode of this game so far. The reality we are seeing here is that Crystal Palace are just set up to close the pressure and to hold the pressure of Arsenal, contain them, and trying to look for errors to exploit. And they have pacey attackers. Edward is pacey. Eze is tricky and pacey. We've seen Andrea Ayew really pacey. So they have guys up front that can punish any lackluster movement or any mistake Arsenal make. So let's just see. This game is just a game that is not really about who has the ball possession. It will be about who took their chances.
Who took their chances? There was an head collision between two players, and the referee has given a water break. He used the opportunity to have a water break and can see all the players getting refreshed with water there. All right, let's quickly look at some of the players who are not on the field, who are missing. For the side of Crystal Palace, it is Huggies, then Mateus Franca, then Michael Olise, who refused to join Chelsea.
He didn't refuse to join Chelsea.
Yeah, what happened?
That is wrong. What happened was that Crystal Palace was threatening to sue Chelsea.
All right.
Against the way they approach their player.
Yeah.
Olise had already, I think, had a personal terms agreed.
Okay.
But Chelsea had to walk away from the deal because Crystal Palace was threatening to sue Chelsea.
All right.
For the way Chelsea made an approach for their player. Okay. So that's why Chelsea walked away from the deal. So after that, Crystal Palace now penned him on to another 4 years contract. So that's just it.
All right, right now he's having thigh injury, and how long will such injury last?
It depends on the extent. It depends on the extent. Some can be 2 months, some can be 6 weeks, some 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but mainly between 8 weeks, he should be back at most.
All right, but 8 weeks is not a small period of time, and it is Arsenal who is attacking through Xhaka. A shot there for Xhaka, but it was over the goal pole. You know, looking at the chances created by Arsenal, and if you observe, most of the creation of those chances is from the left midfielder there, from that particular area. That is where they are creating those chances. Don't you think it's a danger spot against Crystal Palace?
Yeah, you know that you look for a wing to exploit, and don't forget it is Saka that is on the right. One of the best things Arsenal have going forward. I don't think there's an attacker that's better than Saka in Arsenal right now. So you have to use his wing. And that's probably, maybe not really about the weakness of the Crystal Palace left back. It's just about the brilliance of Saka that he brings to play. So you have to just maximize the role he's given on the field of play to be able to get a good result. You can see that mostly all balls to Saka.
Yeah, I can see the Saka again trying to create chance from the right wing. And they're trying to beat the defense of the Crystal Palace side, but they are pushing them backward. So let's quickly look at those who are missing in action for Arsenal side. Oh, the ball is still on the move. What a moment should that be the first goal? And a shot! Oh, what a save by the goalkeeper. John Stone. Oh, I think he wants to add his clean sheet. Is it possible in this match?
Anything is possible.
Is it possible to keep a clean sheet against your team, your side?
It will be difficult for the keeper now.
It will be difficult. Are you sure Arsenal is going to score today?
We are going to score at least 2 goals.
At least 2 goals, okay.
You know, the reality of the game will start dawning. We saw the last game against Nottingham Forest. From 4-0 to please don't concede again. Now we started this match. He said he's expecting 3-0. Now he's not saying at least 2-0. Very soon, it might be just score 1.
Yeah, he always negotiates based on the situation.
The situation on ground. Situation on ground.
He always negotiate based on the situation. All right. For the Arsenal side, let us look at those who are missing. Balogun is missing, and El Neni, Gabriel Jesus. Then Longonga. Then
God.
That was a wayward attempt from Martinelli.
All right. A wayward attempt by Martinelli. Another missed game for Arsenal. Now, looking at those who are missing in this, I'll talk about Balogun, Elneny, Gabriel Jesus, Longonga, and Timber. After buying Timber, is just bought him to come to sit on injury bench. Is it a good one?
It's not a good one.
No, you see, you can't say they bought him to come and sit on the injury bench. Football is a contact sport.
Yeah.
Even sports like tennis that are not a contact sport, they get injured. So far, the athleticism of sport, you know, the way you stretch your muscles.
Yeah.
Sometimes you stretch it beyond what it can take. Sometimes collision, sometimes we've seen players that have had broken legs. So it's just because football is a contact game. And he got hit in a way that shouldn't be. And he's getting injured. It's not as if Arsenal bought him to get injured. It's just one of the things as a footballer that you just have to cope with. I saw early this morning, De Bruyne posted it that he's working on sticks. He's working with walking stick.
De Bruyne?
Yes, because they just did the operation.
All right,
so he has to recoup. So he has to, you can't be putting weight on that leg yet. So he has to work with a walking stick. So these are some of the things those players go through. And this team, Timber still will go through such a thing because is the cruciate, I think is around the knee, around the cruciate ligament. So those are very sensitive parts of the leg. If you don't treat it well and let it ease very well, it can be really dangerous. We saw the Chelsea defender, Fofana, now back in the hospital bed. And those are the things that you need to take caution. You need to be very careful. Since football is a contact game, you just have to be very, very careful. Right.
Since football is a contact game, you just have to be very, very careful. Now, apart from Timber, who else do you think is missing? We are missing in this squad so far. In this squad, Tunji.
We are missing Gabriel Jesus.
We are missing Gabriel Jesus.
Yes.
And who replace him here in this match today?
Nketiah.
And is Nketiah not doing better than Gabriel Jesus?
He's not making use of his chances now. He has missed like 2 clear chances here. So, and football is a game of chance. If you don't make use of your chance, once a Berechese or Alize Edward see any chance, maybe like 1 goal, they may hold it, and they may take it good. They may take it like that 1-0. So as we are leading now 2-0, so we have killed their morale.
Wow. So that means you have killed their morale. So let's quickly look at what is happening in other matches. That's the match is still Bologna 0, AC Milan 2. And Granada 16 minutes, Granada 0, Rayo Vallecano 0. That is the 16th minute. And it's still 2-0 match between Bologna versus AC Milan. No goal has been scored yet. So So coming back to this
Goals
match.
have been scored 2-0.
Okay, 2-0. The match between Granada and Rayo Vallecano, no goal has been scored
God.
yet. And is that a penalty against Arsenal? No, it is Eberechi Eze who is on the floor. Talking about how dangerous is Eze?
Yeah, Eze is fast. It's tricky. And he has some power behind the ball. He can release a very good shot. And that's a good at, Ayu is back. Trying to get, but Partey is not giving him any space to operate.
All right, it is the 46th minute. 2 minutes was added.
And in the second minute.
Yes, and in the second minute, and any moment from now, the referee is going to blow the end of the first half. And for the possession, for the statistics, 70% ball possession for Arsenal, and Crystal Palace is still managing 30%. The goal attempt, Arsenal had 9 goal attempts and no goal has been shown, nothing to show for it. Then Crystal Palace have 4 goal attempts and nothing to show for it. Then shot on goal, it's 1 for Arsenal, 1 for Crystal Palace. Corner kick, 5 corner kicks for Arsenal and none for Crystal Palace. And the referee has just blown the whistle for the half time. And now, if you are the manager of the Arsenal side, or the Crystal Palace side, what will you tell your boys?
Yeah, they've managed to keep Arsenal at bay near halftime. What they should just do is try to keep it solid at the back first, then look for counter to explore. Then the positioning of Eberechi Eze and Andrea Ayew for a counter, then Edward should stay more up front and not really join the defense so that he can be there to finish any attempt, maybe a pacey move from Eberechi Eze or the Ghanaian striker Ayew. So, and then they can actually take full advantage of it.
All right, Mr. Tunji, if you are a Teta right now, what will you tell your players to do in the second half?
As an Arsenal coach, I will tell them to put in more effort. Because as we are going back second half now, we need early goal. Before anything from 60, 70, we need early goal, like 2 or 1 goal. I will tell them to put in more effort.
All right. And what will you substitute? Is there anybody you think that should be substituted in this match today?
The match is still balanced. We don't need to, because any substitution may damage the match.
Any substitution may damage the match. And what part do you think is lacking in the Crystal Palace side that need to be substituted? Yemite?
They are playing fine. But now they are playing against a team that is more talented than them. So they need to sit back and absorb pressure. And they've been absorbing it. Though some chances are as fair that Arsenal has not been able to take. But so far, they can still keep it. Just tell the defenders to be more aware. They need to be more aware of their opponent.
All right, we have a message here. Remember, this is Premier Sports Fan Center. You can send your message to our live chat to be part of this show. And remember, our number is on the screen of the TV, but I can call it for you, 090-304-99917. And we're having a message here, and that message is from Mary Olugbudi. Say, Yemi, I don't care what anyone else thinks about Arsenal. Arsenal is going to win this match. I bought Havertz from Chelsea for goal machine and not for decoration. Yemi, that message to you.
Yeah, the Havertz that lost most of Chelsea's chances last season. I don't know, maybe because he transferred to Arsenal, he will now start wearing another statistics. He has been wasteful over the past 2 years. And I don't see that changing in Arsenal. So let's just say an average fan will want to say, oh, this, that. But I still think about to Arsenal. Maybe it might work out in creating chances, but not about finishing chances.
Not about finishing chances. Okay, talking about the Arsenal players that are spread all over the world, they've gone to so many clubs, and they are still also struggling in their clubs. The only person that have scored now is Christian Pulisic, who scored today for AC Milan. What do you have to say about all that? Like Kai Havertz and who is in Man U? It's Kai Havertz, right?
Kai Havertz, Chelsea.
Kai Havertz, Chelsea.
Mason
Mount in Man U. So what do you have to say about them?
The it's like it was military barracks. Soldier go, soldier will come. Military barracks will remain. So he has served us. Maybe I don't agree he served us really well because he was plagued with too many injuries. So going to AC Milan, getting his own, is good for him, good for his career. And so far there are no more Chelsea players. I don't see a big deal. The only player that I might say Chelsea lost that is so painful to me was just Kovacic and maybe Kante. Kante not really because he's now beginning to have a lot of injuries. Yeah. But mainly Kovacic. Kovacic was the most painful one to me. But life goes on. Football has to go on.
All right. Arsenal fan, you are here. So how do you appreciate the signing you got from Chelsea? That is Kai Havertz.
In me, as an Arsenal coach, in that
Arsenal
midfield,
fan, yeah.
as an Arsenal fan, we don't need Kai Havertz.
Don't need him.
I don't need Kai Havertz.
So before they bought him, were you happy about your Arteta want to sign Kai Havertz?
I was not happy about that transfer.
Why? Because Kai Havertz was not good or what?
It's not that he's not good though. I have players that can play that position.
Okay.
I have players like I have Smith.
Okay.
I have so many of creative players that can play that midfield. That can play that exactly that Kai Havertz. Because Kai Havertz is a very lazy player.
Okay.
He's a very lazy player. So
why do you say lazy? Why do you say lazy?
Kai Havertz is very lazy. I've watched most of his ball in Chelsea.
Okay.
So very lazy. Because Chelsea played him in front. Chelsea used him as false nine. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah.
Chelsea used him as false nine. You can see the position we are putting him now. He has not delivered anything for us.
All right, so that's an Arsenal fan, and I'm sure he's representing so many Arsenal out there. But yeah, you can call in if you know that Tunji have not spoken well on behalf of the Arsenal fan. You can call in to be part of this show to say, we appreciate what Kai Havertz is doing in Arsenal. So we will go for a short break, and we'll be back in a moment. Don't go away. Stay with us. the second half. Will Arsenal open their first book of lamentation? Already, Chelsea is already in the second book of lamentation, and the match is still on. We are all waiting to know what will happen in this match. And yeah, Mike, what is the expectation in this match, the second half?
I just want to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Give us good view. Take your chances. Both teams, just when you create chances, take them and let us enjoy football. I'm not supporting anything to win. The better side can win, and if not, they can share the spoils.
All right, do you see Arsenal losing today, Tunji?
No. I can't say Arsenal losing today. We are winning this match.
We are winning this match, and I hope that you will not want to settle for a draw.
No.
When you are already 2-0 down.
No.
All right. So now what?
They are not 2-0 down.
I said when they are 2-0 down, I hope he's not going to be saying, okay, let's even have a draw.
Okay, if they go 2-0 down.
You know him, he's always settling for the next best.
Yes,
he started with 3-0 before. Now went to
2-0.
2-0. Now he's looking for 1 goal.
Yes. At least one.
At least one.
Yeah.
Very soon we'll get at least one.
And we know that some Arsenal fans are beginning to murmur and cry foul about Arteta. You know, what's wrong with this Arteta? I see if they are given the job, they will do it better.
They call some of those people plastic fans. They are plastic fans when they are only with their club when they are doing well. Like Manchester City now, Manchester City have a lot of plastic fans. Like they are supporting Manchester City but in their heart they know they are not Manchester City.
Yeah,
but because they are winners.
No, maybe in Nigeria, but they have some organic fans in the UK and not some part of the world. So, it's just one thing. When your team is not going doing things as expected, you start to lament. It's just natural about football. And let's just see if Arsenal can turn up.
Let's see if Arsenal can turn up. Let's quickly talk about Nketiah. He scored against Nottingham Forest and he scored against Monaco. He has been brilliant. But the match against Manchester City, he did not score, but he featured in just 10 minutes. He came in the 80th minute and he played for 10 minutes. And once he played full, are you expecting a goal from him today? Because it's like he has been consistent in scoring for Arsenal.
Yes. You see Nketiah we see like 5 attempts and score like 2 or 1. So we can't rely on him. It's because of Gabriel Jesus is injured. So I think he could do better for us tonight.
All right, Mike, which position, a chance for Arsenal. Oh, Saka, what is he doing? He's just dancing. And is he able to beat the 2 defenders with him? He passed the ball quickly. And no, defenders are already back. So a cross, that should be the... No! What a moment. That was a fine cross. But how come he missed that?
It was deflected off a corner kick.
Now, talking about the Arsenal side, what have you seen in the forward so far? The connectivity, their link-up play, is it good enough?
Yeah, as the forward, their link-up play, what I just think they are missing is that go-to man to put the ball at the back of the net. They really need a prolific striker. And I still don't think, personal opinion, that even Gabriel Jesus is that striker they need. They need a striker in the strength of a player like Victor Osimhen. Or rather maybe an Erling Haaland. Or maybe an Harry Kane. A goal punter that will just be there, even can convert half chances. So I think that's what Arsenal need right now. And Gabriel Jesus, I don't see him in that figure. A
good connection there. Oh, that is a penalty. This time around, a penalty. And the referee just points to the spot of penalty. And it's a penalty for Arsenal. Was that an obvious contact?
Let's just see the replay, actually. Let's see the replay. The first look at it. Look at it. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty.
There was a contact.
That the goalkeeper was really silly there. After he got down, that you saw that you can't touch the ball again. Just don't move your hand. You see?
Oh.
Instead of getting the ball,
he went to the leg. He got the leg.
That's a penalty. 100%.
So, are you happy about the penalty? Is it a penalty?
I'm happy. It's a good
Even
penalty.
if it's not a penalty, what do you
Penalty.
expect an Arsenal fan to do?
No, you can see it's a penalty, right?
It's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
And the referee did not even want to go and check the VAR to confirm it. So, is it so obvious that? And the VAR are not calling his attention, oh, that should be a penalty. That should be a penalty. And let's see if the referee will give that. He's still trying to work.
They will check if it's an offside. So it's not an offside.
It's not an offside.
So
They are not checking if it's an offside. They are checking foul.
They will check if there's a foul. If they've not confirmed that there's a foul, they will check the run of play if it's an offside. Do you understand? So if they don't see that, if they now see that it's not an offside, then the penalty will stand. They will check if there was no infringement before the attempt or an offside before that particular incident. Then after confirming,
Oh, decision, no attacking foul.
yes, decision penalty. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Attacking foul, offside,
Yeah.
then they will now, after first confirming that that is a penalty, they first check if that is a penalty. If it's now a penalty, then they will now check all those movements leading to that incident.
The penalty is about to be taken. Who is taking the penalty? Is it
The
guy.
Is it a good penalty taker? 1, 2, 3. And oh, what a penalty. And that is a goal for Arsenal. Arsenal just scored their first goal. Now they are a goal up against Crystal Palace. And the match is just started. The second half just started and we have not gone far. Still a lot of time to play. It is the 54th minute. Arsenal just got a goal through a penalty scored by Odegaard. So how do you rate that penalty?
That penalty, you can see, very good penalty taken by Martin Odegaard.
He sent the goalkeeper the wrong way.
One thing about this kind of penalties, it's only good because the keeper didn't dive that way. If that keeper dived that way, it wouldn't be really good.
Yeah, but
So,
it was not a shot. It was just the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
The ball was just running to the.
If the keeper had dived towards that play, he might have caught that penalty without even pushing
Without even
it.
diving, we just walk and catch the ball.
Just,
But
not
it's-
walk, but dive and just save it. To me, I just think the goalkeeper of Crystal Palace caused the terrible error that led to the penalty. But we make mistakes in football.
We make mistakes in
Just have to
football.
move on.
So what will this goal add to the Arsenal side? Will it encourage? Will it give them confidence more?
You can see it will kill their morale now. Crystal Palace, it will kill their morale. So we are boosting now. We can score 2-3 more goals now.
You can score 2, 3 more goals, and you can look at the Crystal Palace. They are out now. They want to respond back with a goal, and they are in front of the team box of the Arsenal side. Now to the right side, quick, what did they do? He crossed the ball, and then, oh, that was side netted.
A silly attempt from Ayew. That's what I'm saying. He needs to mature. Why will you choose to shoot at that place when you have a player behind that you can set a pass to? Look at that player behind. Set a pass back to him. He has enough time and space to shoot. That's why I said he needs to grow and mature. He needs to mature. You can't be making this kind of attempts like this. It is a silly one, honestly.
It's a silly one for Ayew. But he looks mature to me. Let's quickly look at his age. He's 31 years old. He has a career. You know, he has played for Crystal Palace for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons now. And I think he should be maturing into the Crystal Palace side.
Honestly, he needs to mature. You know, maturity is not by age. It's about your football. Yeah. We've seen 18 years old Mbappe deal with marquee players. And see, one thing this goal will do to Crystal Palace is it will make them go out and try to get a goal. Yeah. So Arsenal can easily add more goals. But if Crystal Palace get the equalizer before Arsenal, it will be more difficult for Arsenal to now win the game. Now that's a free kick.
Crystal Palace. Free kick front of the team boss against Eze.
You can see Tunji complaining so far. Such is right.
That was a clear foul against
That's close range.
Yeah, there's a close range.
And they have a Berechese who is very good at taking this kind of set piece.
And I also remember Olise can do that also. I think he was
injured.
At the moment, I think there was a match he scored
Against Man U.
Against Man U, the dying minutes.
Beauty.
Oh, that goal was heartbreaking.
Mouth-shutting goal.
Oh, I wish he was in this field now. He would have been the one to
yeah, but they have a Berechese.
Okay, and it's equally good too.
It's good.
All right, let's see what happened. And you can see the defense of Arsenal already forming, and you can see somebody lying on the ground.
You see that is the one standing behind.
Yeah, and what did he do? He has Ramsdale to contend with, and he has the wall to also contend with. Will he get it? 1, 2, 3, 4. A shot! Oh, over the ball. That was a bad one anyway. It's too much.
Yeah,
too much.
He went way off target, but game on. It is game on. The game is beginning to come alive. That's one thing. Goals brings games alive. When you see goals, then you see reaction and counter-reaction.
Yeah, you see reaction and counter-reaction. But looking at it now that Arsenal has gotten a goal, Tunji, now you have scored 1 goal. Yes. What will you, if you were the manager of Arsenal, what will you have done? Now you have a goal, you are winning, you are on top of the game. So what will you have done?
I will encourage them to play more attack, because we can't rely just only on 1 goal. One goal is not a goal. They might equalize now and still win us.
Yeah, all right.
So we need to score 2-3 goals before we can start relaxing. We can't relax now.
You are talking from a fan point of view. That's why I was laughing. You need to understand that in football, you get 1 goal, you need to be defensively conscious and try to score another goal. Though you will be doing more of defending, because when you score a goal, your opponent will come at you. And if you attack too much, they will equalize. So you need to first hold it solid at the back before you now regroup to go and get another goal to top it. Because if you don't concede, 1 goal is enough to win the game. So you need to be careful. Be careful for what you wish for. And it's very important.
Be careful for what you wish for. It is very, very, very important. I'm talking about Kai Havertz. How has Kai Havertz played in this match so far? Is he becoming part of the Arsenal team with what we have seen today?
Yeah, he's silking into the way they play gradually. A lot better. And Tomiyasu is on yellow card for time wasting, I think. They need to be careful. They need to be careful, because now they should know that all this time wasting, you just get unnecessary card. It will be added to the additional time. So they need to be careful and not getting unnecessary card, because any other tackle from him or a dive from him, you get another yellow card and he will be sent off.
And that is the reason why sometimes most of the coach substitute players with yellow card.
Unnecessary card. Throwing.
So a throw-in for Arsenal close to the 18 box of Crystal Palace. Arsenal, let's quickly look at the statistics of the match. Crystal Palace gradually closing up the gap of the possession, and it is 35% for Crystal Palace and 65% for Arsenal. Goal attempt, 10 goal attempt for Arsenal, and what do we have to show for it? 1 goal. Then 7 goal attempts for Crystal Palace. What do we have to show for it? No goal. Shot on goal, 2 shots on goal for Arsenal, and 1 for Crystal Palace. Corner kicks, 7 corner kicks for Arsenal and none for Crystal Palace so far. So what does that tell? For you to have 7 corner kicks and none for Crystal Palace?
Yeah, it shows that Arsenal has been, the main side has been attacking. And in the game between Bologna and AC Milan leading to 2-0, we can see Okafor coming on for his Serie A debut. And Pogba coming in for Loftus-Cheek. And so back to the Arsenal game. It shows that Arsenal has been in control of the game. But you can see that Crystal Palace is beginning to take more of the possession now. For the last, I think, 5 minutes of the game, they're about to 10 minutes. It shows that now they are looking for a goal to come back into the game.
And Saka, and what is it? No. Amazing, it is attacking from the left side. It is still Arsenal in Nketiah with the ball. What did he do? Quickly pass to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz in the middle. Draw 360 and pass back to Nketiah, and now they are going back.
Yeah, they just have to regroup. The Crystal Palace players has gone back to defend, and they need to try to.
And it's Saka from the right side. What is he? He has 3 men in front of him. Quickly pass the ball. A shot. Oh, what a block shot from Thomas Partey, and it's a corner kick. And Johnstone was at the right position to stop that.
Partey knows how to play this kind of shot from last season. See, the keeper had to punch it away because he tried to handle it there. It can slip off.
It was a rolling ball.
Yeah,
the ball was rolling.
Spinning ball.
Yeah, spinning ball, yeah. So and it's a
that
corner kick, and it's a Saka who want to take it from the right side of the field. You know.
Yeah.
No, talking about Saka, he has been astounding. He has been a thorn in the flesh of the defense of. Quickly taking. What did he do? Oh, the defense of Crystal Palace was able to take, but it's not still in danger zone. What the ball has been crossed. Oh no. Well, that was. What do you have to say to players like that? What was he thinking, Odegaard, for taking that kind of player?
It's an attempt. Yeah, it's just that his leg didn't contact the ball well. The contact was not solid enough for him to be able to drive the ball to the direction he wants. So it's just football. It happens. It's part of the game.
Personally, I feel Kai Havertz is beginning to sink into Arsenal style of play. He's beginning to create chances. Did you agree with that? You were the one who was saying you don't need me in your sport.
Yes,
it's like he's becoming your superstar now. Did you agree?
No, he's not becoming my superstar now.
He's not becoming your superstar, but do you see what he's playing there?
He's trying.
Yeah.
Odegaard is there too. Odegaard is also performing, and I have Declan Rice, so the pressure can be on him because we still have senior player there.
Senior player like who?
Like Odegaard and Rice.
Okay.
So they are helping him.
All right. So
you just need to say this that Havertz is an attacking midfielder. So I was one of the people that was saying last season that I'm not in support of using Havertz as a number 9.
False 9.
A false 9. Because his finishing can be questionable sometimes. So look at how deep he's playing for Arsenal. He's playing from the middle to the attack in the flat midfield role, whereby he can always interchange with Odegaard. You know, you just have to see that Kai Havertz mainly is more of like an attacking midfielder. A number 8 is a natural number 8 because his calmness, he can pick the final passes and all. So I think you don't expect, goal scoring don't expect much from him, but creativity is top notch.
So that means that he's being used in Arteta is using him in the right position that he was supposed to be.
In a better position than
where he was playing
last
Chelsea.
season.
Yeah.
Last season, just last season.
Yeah, where he was playing last season. So actually, to me, I've seen the improvement. Unlike the ones he played before, today's one is different. You can see it's part of the play, it's part of the team, and he has been creating chances, opening the defense of the Crystal Palace side. And if he continues like this, time is coming, he's going to be reckoned with his Arsenal fan. I'll say, oh, this is one of our best players, just with time. So looking at the match so far, where is he going right now with the situation 1-0? So it's Crystal Palace responding back to that goal so far.
Yeah, they've responded. That has given a testament to their ball possession increasing, getting up to 35%. I think that's the new guy that was brought into from South America. I've forgotten the club right now. To one of the players they are expecting to fill in for Wilfred Zaha.
Okay.
So let's just hope that.
And it's Arsenal attacking again. Who is there? Oh, what a moment! That was a shot. Oh, and that is Kai Havertz. Even though he has been so good in the midfield, he's still trying to score. Look at that. He was the one who did that move. It's just like Kai Havertz everywhere. Are you seeing it?
It's not Kai Havertz that did the move.
Who did that? Who did the move? Look at it now.
It's Martinelli.
Okay, it was
Martinelli moving the ball.
All right, Yemite, how do you see the Crystal Palace play without Zaha?
Oh my God, another card.
Yemite. How do you see the Crystal Palace play without?
Red
Sent
card.
off.
You see
Oh,
what
red card for Odegaard.
That's
Tomiyasu.
card.
Tomiyasu.
Yes, that's card.
Tomiyasu, red card, the second yellow card.
That was a stupid thing to do. You know, I was talking about the unnecessary yellow card he took at first.
Wow.
That was what I'm saying.
So
He
what
dragged
does it deserve that yellow card?
It deserves
That, I
it,
mean,
dragging.
the red first yellow card, second one, and the red
drag,
card.
you can see it
Did he actually
He
deserve it?
dragged now,
He
drag
dragged
when
it.
you hold the player's shirt in on the field of play is the yellow card. The referee can just choose to overlook it.
So how was the contact? It was a soft dragging.
You're holding a shirt to say soft drag. It's a red card. Yellow card. The issue was just the unnecessary first yellow card he took. This would have been taking yellow card for the team. But the unnecessary one he took first is what has led to the sending off.
All right, what would Ateta do now? Right now, one of your backliners, Tomiyasu, has been given a red card and is out. So you have Saliba, White, and Partey left. So what kind of formation is he going to play right now with Tomiyasu out of the game?
The best thing is to withdraw one of the attackers for
Withdraw one of
defender.
the attackers.
Because they are leading at this time. And right now with an extra man, all I can see now is Crystal Palace attacking. In fact, not to be mistaken, the coach, if I'm the coach of
Gabriel.
Crystal Palace, the only thing I will just do is as easy as adding more bodies up front.
Right.
So, because Arsenal will be missing more bodies in the attack.
Yeah.
So add more bodies to your own up front so that you can actually put more pressure on the defense of Arsenal and they can easily collapse.
All right, let's quickly look at those who are on the bench for Arsenal and looking at the possible replacement. So, I mean, introduction of a new player that can come and bring balance into the team. We have Gabriel, Jorginho, Kiwo, Nassim, Raya, Smith-Rowe, Trossard, Vera, and Zinchenko. Who do you think should be substituted and who do you think should be introduced to bring balance into your team, Tunji?
We bring in Gabriel now. They are going to remove either Martinelli or Nketiah.
Okay.
That's what they are going to do.
So
You
bring
see,
in
there's no
Gabriel.
length.
Yeah.
See Kayava still holding the shirt over you.
That was what I said.
You see, Martinelli is out.
Either
for-
Martinelli or Nketiah.
You see, Martinelli is frustrated.
It's frustrated and it's not happy. But is it the right thing for the coach?
Yeah,
to do?
what did I just say?
Yeah.
I just told you that we remove an attacker. For it's just normal.
because-
It's just
So,
the
but
condition.
we expect the players to understand why is he furious?
You can be frustrated when you are in the game. You are attacking with the ball and they remove you. You can feel frustrated. It's normal. We saw Salah do that against Chelsea. So it's just normal. He's in the game and they substituted him.
All right, and you can see Crystal Palace already trying to take advantage of the red card
That was a
given to
good block from
Tomiyasu,
Saliba.
and then
That would have been the equalizer.
yeah.
It was Saliba that blocked that attempt. It would have been another
This is
thing
what I'm saying
entirely.
now. You can see.
So now, how is it now obvious that you actually miss
Now,
Saliba?
see what I'm saying.
No.
The best thing, football, you see, you just need to understand this game. You see, football is more of like mind games. He saw that they've withdrawn one attack. That means the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the defense of Crystal Palace will have lesser things to do.
Yeah.
So why not withdraw one man there and add it up front? And I think that will be what the coach is thinking of.
Roy.
You can see the substitution there. They are preparing for another substitution. So it's more or less technical and tactical brilliance. Let's just see who it works out for.
Let's see who it works out for. Right now, Arsenal, one man down, and Crystal Palace trying to take advantage of that. And you can see, but they lost that. Have Arsenal ever had a red card before, and they won the match?
Yes. We've had red card and won the match before. Because you can see what is happening now. Assuming Nketiah have already made use of his chances, converted it to goal in the half time.
Yeah.
So we need them like 3-0 now. So there's pressure on us now.
Yeah. Especially on Arsenal. So what formation now with Tomiyasu out? What defensive line? Oh, what a move!
God.
From that, is that a penalty? And you can see Partey saying a yellow card should be given to him. And the play has been stopped. The referee wants to check if there is a possible penalty against Arsenal. That will not be too good. And you can see the Arsenal fans trailing the referee. He dived. That was a diving. And let's see whether he's going to give a yellow card to Eze. Oh, there was no contact. Was there any contact here, Mike? What did you see?
There was a contact. Look at it. Look at it. You see the contact there from Partey. But Partey was trying to withdraw his leg.
Yeah.
Look at it, not Rice.
Yeah, look at that.
There was no contact.
There was no contact with Rice.
He dribbled Rice successfully.
No, there was no penalty. There was no penalty. There was no contact.
There was a contact with Partey. So he won't give him a yellow card. Yeah. But why the Arsenal defense were protesting is that he was diving. Yeah. Diving is a yellow card. Yeah. But looking at the way he fell, you won't dive. You won't give him yellow card for diving because there was a contact. But that contact is not enough for my own personal view to give a penalty.
But he also took the brilliance of Partey to save himself a penalty there because he knew there was going to be a contact. He withdrew his leg.
Yeah, he's an experienced player. So yeah. Now you see. Crystal Palace substitution there.
Yeah, there's a substitution here for Crystal Palace.
Sure.
Yeah.
Being withdrawn for Amada.
Yeah. First of all, Gabriel came in for Tomiya, for Martinelli, and Crystal Palace also have made a substitution. Let's see which name is coming in. So now
Amada came up for Crystal Palace.
All right. So the way it is going now. If you look at the possession, it's gradually changing. Arsenal 1 man down, and Crystal Palace is gradually taking possession. 36%, 64%. Gradually favoring Crystal Palace. And goal attempt is 14 for Arsenal, 8 for Crystal Palace. Shot on goal, 3 for Arsenal, 1 for Crystal Palace. Shot off goal, 11 for Arsenal, 7 for Crystal Palace. Corner kick still 8 corner kick for Arsenal and none for Crystal Palace. So that is the situation of the statistics. But right now, you can see that it is the Crystal Palace who are controlling the midfield. So how dangerous is it for Arsenal, given the fact that they are 1 man down, and with the kind of substitution we have seen so far? Where do you think how do you think the match is going to play out?
It just depends on how the players are able to really adapt to the strategy of the coach. If Crystal Palace can maximize it, we can see the runs of Eberechi Eze. He has been the one trying to penetrate the defense of Arsenal, and he's a good one.
And you can see Nketiah trying to counter.
Arsenal just need to stay. Stay at the back. You have 2 pacey players up front. Nketiah is pacey and Saka is pacey. So they can actually sit back and try to hit Crystal Palace on the counter. So it will be strategy switch. Yeah. It was Crystal Palace that was
countering before.
Using counter, soaking pressure before. Now Arsenal will have to soak pressure and counter.
All right. Now, what do you think the defense line of Arsenal, the back line of Arsenal should look like?
The back line, my back line now is okay because we've reduced our attacking, removing Martinelli, bringing in Gabriel to field up Tomiyasu's position. So now we cannot move the ball as usual.
Okay, now talking about Gabriel. Gabriel is a defender also, so it's a good replacement for Tomiyasu. And he's age 25 years old, and so far he has been consistent in the Arsenal. Why was he on the bench today?
Yeah, I think a lot of questions has to go to his performances so far.
Yeah.
Especially towards the end of last season. He has not really covered himself in glory. So it's the testament to how he could not even hold his own when Saliba got injured. So I think he needs to up his game. He's not injured, it's not as if he's injured, so he needs to up his game. And what a better way to do that than just bench him, let him actually know that he needs to up his game.
Tunji, how dangerous is Eze to Arsenal right now?
You can see now there is pressure on us now. Eze will also show himself because Bukayo Saka.
That was a good chance, but
because Bukayo Saka cannot see any clear chance now. It will be so very difficult for us to see anymore. You can see him. They are making use of his wing.
You can see him now with the ball. What did he do? Pass now. And they are just taking possession, trying to create chance around the defense of Arsenal. A cross there, but the Arsenal defense are on duty. Oh, inside the 18 box, a dangerous moment.
Offside.
A cross. Oh.
Hey.
Arsenal should be ready for a goal. Don't you think a goal is coming for the Crystal Palace any moment from now?
And,
It's looking like.
It's looking blink, like it's not really certain because the way they've not really been able to maximize the one man down. But anything can still happen. It's just the 78th minute of the game.
Pablo.
Now look at what
Arteta
is trying to do. Just when you can dominate the midfield, then you can have more bodies to protect the lines before the attack, especially because of Eze. You have to do something else.
And it's Nketiah who is going out. Is that a good sub?
You can't say it's really the...
I mean Nketiah going out for Jorginho with one man down.
Yeah, he wants to defend. He wants to defend. So you just have to sacrifice the attack. It's a strategic switch that was brought about due to the stupidity of Tomiyasu. So it's just something that they just have to do.
It's just something they have to do. But is Jorginho the right person to come in? To Tunji?
In this match, I'm not even expecting Jorginho. But it's because of the red card that causes all this. Because we are supposed to bring in Trossard, bring in Smith Rowe to attack them. We need to attack them. You can see now we are doing that we are now defending. Because of just a slight mistake.
Right, because of that slight mistake. But talking about it, how will you rate the goalkeeper, John Stone of Crystal Palace, Yemite?
Yeah, the goalkeeper, not so bad game, made a mistake, considered that penalty. That might be the deciding factor in this match. But apart from that, he has not been bad. And you can just move on from it, but it's not the best of games he has had today.
All right. David Colte, the referee that has always blown for Arsenal, and anytime he blew, Arsenal lost. How will you rate his officiating today, Tunji?
His officiating, I can see, is good. His officiating is good.
Because he gave you penalty today.
It's not the matter of penalty. It's not the matter of penalty. It's worth it.
And the red card also worth it.
It's worth it.
All right, that is good. And another red card.
No, that was...
Okay, that was a show. All right. Now let's look at the defense. Look at the defense line of Crystal Palace. How good is it, and how effective has it been in this match? Yemite. We have the lineup of Ward, Anderson, Grahi, then Mitchell. That is the back lineup of Crystal Palace.
It's like mainly what they've been using from last season. But you know, when you are playing against a team that has strength that have talent like Arsenal, they want to exploit your defense. And they've been good so far, except for that penalty incident. They've not been that bad. Yeah, opportunities will come for the opponent, where the keeper will be called into the action. And the keeper has done well too. So it's been a good one at the defense so far, but it's just the penalty.
It was the penalty, and you can see Arsenal attacking from the left side, and it is who? Zaka. But the defense
It's
of...
Saka, not Zaka.
Saka.
Yeah.
All right, Saka. And it is Crystal Palace who have recovered that ball, and they are countering against Arsenal, but the referee have just blown a free kick against Gabriel, who came in as a defender and is already doing the work. Now, looking at the midfield of Crystal Palace, how effective are they in this match? They might.
You know, the thing is this. They've set up to absorb pressure. So you can't really see much from the midfield. The only reason Crystal Palace has the possession now mainly is because the Arsenal setup is one man down, and they just want to protect the 1-0 win. Because it's better you win 1-0 than concede an equalizer and you lose all 3 points. So I think that's just what they are doing. And it's just a testament to the fact that sometimes a player can lose their head in a moment, and it can be really costly for the team they play for. And that's one thing that Tomiyasu did today. And he will be beating himself silly for it, because if Arsenal lose this game, it will be the culprit. Now you can see them withdrawing a right back, I think, for an attack, a defender for an attacker. They want to attack more in this game. And that's what they will do. So they should just try to push more bodies forward and try to see what they can get from this game.
Just push more body forward and see what they can get. All right.
And the game between Bologna and AC Milan just came to an end.
Right.
AC Milan won that game 2-0, 2 first half goals.
Yeah, 2 first half goals. Goals scored by Giroud and Pulisic.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Congratulations to AC Milan. You know, we were talking about AC Milan. We say it's one of the favorites when it comes to the Serie A.
But for me,
and already they've started.
But for me, the favorite still remain Napoli.
Okay, you said Napoli. I think I said AC Milan.
You said Inter Milan.
Inter Milan. Okay, I was saying.
Shegun said AC Milan.
AC Milan. Okay, I said Inter Milan. I was saying AC Milan or Inter Milan. Inter Milan. But anyway, that's a good one. So now we have seen all the substitutions made so far based on the red card, because that red card has actually changed the face of the game.
Yes.
From what we do, it has actually changed the face of the game. So now that we have seen all these things, what have you observed? First of all, Tunji, what have you observed since after the substitutions, after the red card and after all the substitutions made? What are you observing so far?
What I can observe is that we are playing defensive game now. We cannot attack. We've not pushing any attack since we've got red card. So you can see Crystal Palace is pushing.
And Crystal Palace trying to find an...
Oh, and that should be a moment for them, but the defense, we are up.
You can see Crystal Palace now trying to create a chance and converted it to goal.
Yeah, Mike, what have you observed?
Yeah, it's just the normal thing that will most likely happen. Crystal Palace will come out to get a goal, and Arsenal too will want to defend, because they know with 1-0 they can actually win the game. So it's just the hallmark of the incidents that happen in the game. You know, some situation can be can change the face of the game, and that is happening. And oh,
that would have been a goal.
That was a big miss from Edward.
All right, Raksaki came in for what? That is from the side of Crystal Palace. That was the man. It came in the 83rd minute, and this is already the 85th minute.
Just
at the 50th minute.
That we do there.
At the 50th minute, and we have just 4 minutes left to play in the regulation time, and the referee now add additional time. But do you see Arsenal holding up to the end with this defensive tactics so far?
We can hold it to the end. We can hold it. I can see us holding it because we are defending now. You can see them going back, putting in Georgiou. Instead of us to be putting in Trossard, attacking them. So you can see they are now attacking us because of one man down.
Right, we talk because of one man down, like attacking. And let's quickly look at the statistics And you can see the ball possession is gradually changing, and it is 43% ball possession for Crystal Palace for the first time, and Arsenal 57 percent ball possession. So you can see that the ball now is in the hands of the Crystal Palace. They are dominating the game, trying to create chances. And do you think with this possession that will increase, is there any possible means for them to get a goal here today?
It's possible. When you keep possession, you have an advantage to score. Arsenal has been really defending. And look at the way Crystal Palace has been coming at them.
No, this is the first time the defense of Arsenal has been tested. And you can see the pressure given to the defense of Arsenal by the Crystal Palace forward. And you can see all in the 18 box right now. God. What did they do? One man to beat, he beat, and he crossed, and that should be there. Oh, what a good moment for the defender of Arsenal. He was able to clear that one out. And they back again. Arsenal are not ready to attack anymore. They are
of course. In this game, you know, that's it.
And you can see Tunji is already sweating, even with the AC. That is under pressure.
Now,
pressure.
You see, from we will win 3-0 to 2-0. Now to don't concede.
Don't concede.
That's how beautiful football can be.
Oh, and you can see the defense of the Arsenal side. Why is he falling? He's trying to implicate the Crystal Palace forward there. And again, look at this. So, Tunji, what do you have to say with this now? You are under pressure.
Yes, I'm under pressure now. No lie.
So what do you think Arsenal should be doing right now?
This is the only thing we can do, just to defend the game and hold the 1-0.
You know, at this point in time, you see, Arsenal fans will become a choreographer. They will begin to, you know, different body reaction, and you see that.
And you can see the experience of Saka there is down to ease the tension, to break the pace. And you can see Arteta bringing in two players at the same time. And is it Havertz going out? Or is he listening? Is he taking instruction? Yeah. And all this thing is done, to me, Arteta want to break that tempo, because if they continue, they will score against Arsenal. And that was why you saw Saka went down. And immediately, Arteta took the advantage of it to steal that.
Saka is out.
Saka is out. And who else is out?
I think Odegaard too.
And who is coming in? Zinchenko is coming in.
Zinchenko.
Like
and Kiwo.
Kiwo is also a defender, and Zinchenko is a midfielder, right?
He's a left back.
Left back, all right. So let's see how it goes. Arsenal with the ball. This is the first time in a long time they're in the 18 box of the Crystal Palace side, and this is the first time they're attacking in a very long time now, from the left side of the field, and they are in possession now. What they need to do, I don't think it is right for them to just hold the ball, take the possession. Don't give them any opportunity of play. Is it not a good tactic too?
At this stage of this game, what Arsenal can just do is try to keep possession, but it will be difficult because they are one man down. So that will be like stretching their team beyond, because if you keep the ball too much, you are knocking towards the attack. If they get dispossessed of the ball, it will recover. To cover up will be another thing entirely. And it can lead to Crystal Palace getting...
But is it not better for you to give Crystal Palace opportunity to be in control of the ball? Now for you to just get the ball, toss the ball around, and even though you don't attack them, just toss the ball around.
It's dangerous if they just leave Crystal Palace with the possession. It's really dangerous.
Why?
It's not the best.
But right now they are in control of the ball. To me, it is one of the best way. You know, what do you see about are you not happy with the way Arsenal is taking over possession right now?
That's what I'm saying. You keep when you can keep the possession, but the only danger is in you keeping the ball possession. Be careful so that Crystal Palace doesn't eat them on a counter.
Yeah. So now you can see in the past 3 minutes, it has been Arsenal who control the ball. They just took possession and look at the recovery rate, quickly recovered. But that should be an infringement. And a yellow card has been given to... It's not Ayew. What is his name? His name will come out any moment from now.
That's an hospital pass.
And it was against Kai Havertz. You know, and I wonder Arteta did not even think of changing Kai Havertz. Was on top of his game.
Yeah, he's playing well, doing the job the manager asked him to do. Then why will you substitute him? Still has some energy in him, and he knows how to calm the tempo of the game. He has that composure. So those are the kind of players you need right now.
What will you have to give? What would you have to say about Roy Hodgson, the coach of Crystal Palace? Given the fact that he started coaching career 1976, some of us were not born. I'm sure you are not born there, and you also were not born then. You know, and now he's even able to transit into the new modern style of football. Given the fact that the old style of football is not the same thing what they're playing, but this man is also transcending. What do you have to say to him?
It's good to evolve. When you evolve, as your profession is evolving. You know, there was a time whereby we were using all this big television. Now you have all this flat screen. So it's just a testament to progress in the innovative aspect of this whole world. So the thing is now spreading around to all other. Now we have more statistics. There was a time there was no expected goal ratio. You know, there was a time there was no VAR. So the way it is going, you just have to evolve with it, so that they don't leave you behind. And I think that's one of the things that has worked for him.
All right. And what do you have to say about his age, 76 years old? Isn't it too much? Can a 76-year-old in the African, in our area, in this African region, be able to do what he's doing?
Why not? If not, if your body can still take it, fine. I know of a clergy that died this year, 100 years old. I think it was in 98, 99 or 100 years old. And he was still agile. Not like maybe they were pushing him on wheelchair or something.
No.
So it depends on your health, how you manage your health, what you eat and all those things.
Already 7 minutes was added, 3 minutes has been played in the additional minute. So we have 4 minutes left. Will Arsenal be able to hold the Crystal Palace, who are hungrier now, who want to equalize, who don't want Arsenal to come and defeat them in their own soil? And you can see they are doing everything possible, attacking Arsenal from right. And a moment for them there, but a good block by Matt Gabriel himself. And that was why the coach had to bring him in. And you can see they are celebrating that brilliant attack by Gabriel Jesus. So what
brilliant defense.
Brilliant defense by Gabriel Jesus. So what will you say about the Gabriel brought in? Is he actually living up to the reason why he was brought in?
It is just something that happened at a flash. So when you want to do anything, you bring in a defender. And Gabriel has experience with the Arsenal setup. So one of the best players to bring in is just Gabriel, to keep it at bay. And so far, he has really done an okay job. Not too fantastic, but not bad. But it's actually a good one for him. Maybe this performance can actually earn him back his starting shirt in the team.
All right, we hope so. And it's Crystal Palace who are attacking and it's in the netting box. And you can see fighting here and there, and that is the moment. Good. Martin shot. Oh! What a miss.
That miss was way over the
And you can see the Arsenal fans thanking God, and those who are saying, who are Muslim also thanking God. Thanks be to God, and the Christian are also thanking God. They are worshiping God for that save. And look at that. Look at that hit. It was too much. And that would have been the equalizer Crystal Palace needed. But I want to give it to the Arsenal side. That was a good fight from the defense. They are all over the place. And it will be so difficult to get the goal against. And you can see the response by Crystal Palace coach Roy Hodgson. Oh, at 78, at 76, he's still bending like a Yopi guy. You know, that's a nice one for him. And you can see Arsenal now attacking from the right side, but the defense of the Crystal Palace will not allow that. So how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling hot.
You're feeling hot. 6 minutes into the additional time, and the remaining 1 minute to play. Any moment from now, will Arsenal be able to... That was a dangerous cross. And it is Saliba, the man you missed last season, who when he left, everything crumbled in Arsenal. So how are you feeling his play right now?
He's playing well. I can see he's playing. You can see Saliba coordinating defense. Saliba and Gabriel coordinating the defense. So they are really trying. I pray we should just play the match ended like this.
And any moment from now, the referee is going to blow the final whistle because the additional time is over. It is 7 minutes additional time played, 7 minutes added. At least it is minimum, as Jamie will always say, minimum of 7 minutes. A cross! Oh! And I think that should be the final moment. Ramsdale was there at the right position to save that cross in. So, Yemi, what are your observations?
Yeah, nothing much. Just a lucky win for Arsenal. Arsenal ended.
A lucky win?
Yeah, that's a lucky win. See, realistically, look at it.
And that is the final whistle. And you can see Arteta celebrating 2 victory in 2 match, 6 points for Arsenal, 6 points and 3 goals. Right now, I'm sure their position will be changing in the table. So Tunji, how do you feel right now? The match is over. 1-0. 1-0, one red card down, but you were able to hold the Crystal Palace to the end, even with all the pressures.
I'm not like Chelsea. That you can see what I try to say.
Okay.
I'm not like Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea collecting red card, they still lose.
Yeah.
West Ham collecting red card, still beating Chelsea 3-1.
Yeah.
You can see I'm collecting red card against Crystal Palace away, still beating them.
Wow.
You can see we are trying.
All right, Mike, what do you have to say about the victory?
When you look at it, this goal came from a defensive error of Crystal Palace. It's not as if Arsenal worked out something brilliant to get the goal. Yeah. Now, this thing is a reality check. You play Nottingham Forest, you end up with a Navy finish. Yeah. You play a team like Crystal Palace, you end up with a Navy finish. That's disaster in the pipeline. But they won't see it because they are moved with their emotions because they won. See, these things are different. Mentioning the Chelsea case is different. Because Chelsea was 2-1 down when West Ham got a red card. Arsenal was 1-0 up when Arsenal got a red card. There are 2 different things. Yeah. So you can't be comparing. When you see it realistically, when you begin to see the tougher opponent coming, then you will understand what I'm saying today. That Arsenal has not been convincing. This is not the Arsenal that played last season, that was clinical. They have not been convincing. And you will see it in the process of time. For me, they are not, with these performances, they are not part of the league contenders for me. The 2 teams I've seen so far that can really contend for the league has to be number 1, Man City. Then others, we don't know yet.
All right, you say it has to be Man City, others we don't know yet. But if you look at the faces of the Arsenal players, you can see the celebration. It's like they have won another Community Shield, even though there is no trophy for this.
Low budget.
Tunji, now you can see the response, you can see the joy in the Arsenal's, including the coach, including the manager, Arteta. They are all rejoicing, they are all happy with this victory. How important is this victory to Arsenal?
As you can see, the victory is very important to us because at the beginning of the season, you have to make use of points. You can't be saying that season just starts, and be losing match. Before you know, you meet yourself 12. Maybe you are now trying to be saying that you want to be dragging for top 7 for Europa. So now you can see at the beginning of the season, 2 match, 6 points. Yeah. You can see we are trying.
All right. Yemi, on a final note.
Nothing much to say. Just another win for us. Now, congratulations to them. But how long can they continue like this? It's still left to be seen. So it's just a good one. Waiting for the match day 3rd, the match day 3 of the English Premier League.
All right. All right. Match day 3rd. Waiting for the match day 3rd of the Premier League. Match day 2nd is gradually rounding up, and as it stands right now, Arsenal have gathered 6 points in 2 matches, and you can see the table gradually changing. It is Brighton who is on top with 6 points, Manchester City 2nd with 6 points. Arsenal just went up 3rd with 6.2, and Brentford with 4 points at 4th position. Gradually, the table is gradually changing, and that is how far we can go for today. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. Don't forget to subscribe, and also tell your friend to subscribe. Don't forget to join us on Friday in our Talk Sports show, and also don't forget to join us during the weekend where we'll be having Match Day 3. All the top clubs in England, in Europe, in Serie A, in Bundesliga, and in the League One will be here to cover them. For now, it is bye from us. See you on Friday. Arsenal versus Zurich. A win for both, automatic qualify. A draw, also qualify. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Beningwe. Please don't forget to subscribe. The teams with the biggest fan zone in the world